திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஆடும் பரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய். தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனியானை சகோதரனே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருங்கருணையினாலே ஞானத்திரள் சார்பாக ஆங்கிலத்திலே பெரிய புராணத்தை தொடர்ந்து சிந்திக்கின்ற ஞான வேள்வியை நம்முடைய கத்தார் சரவணன் தம்பதியருடைய நல்ல ஆதரவிலே தொடர்ந்து நிகழ்ந்து வருகின்ற பாங்கிலே இன்றைய தினம் நாம் கண்ணப்ப நாயனாருடைய வரலாற்றை சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. It's a very great boon to think about Kannappa. When somebody asks how long it will take to get the grace of Lord Shiva, birth after birth, we are following Lord Shiva's mercy, and one day or other we get the mercy of Lord Shiva's lotus feet and get the mukti. But we have not seen a person who has achieved it within a short time of 6 days. Tinnanar alias Kannappa has achieved it. Nobody in this world has done so. He has expressed his love so intense. He was so immersed in the deep sense of love. As a matter of fact, he immersed himself in the love. He was unaware of his surroundings. He was unaware of his kith and kin. He was unaware of his parents, his relatives. Everything he was unaware. He was aware of only Lord Shiva, and he considered Lord Shiva not to be a giver. He never asked Lord Shiva anything from him for the love he showed. He never summoned any request before him. He never asked him to safeguard. He never asked him to give him the mukti. He never asked him to take him into his hands. Like that, he never asked Lord Shiva anything from him. That was a wonderful love that one should learn to show to Lord Shiva. See, whenever we go before him, we are having our own requests and demands. We have the privilege to submit our request before him and asking him to help us. Even though if we don't ask for the worldly things, we may ask for him, for his lotus feet or mukti or Vidu Peru, all those things we may be requiring or we may be requesting to accord. That is why Devachekadar said, Vidum Venda Viralin Vilanginar. The deep love the Adiyars are showing, they will never ask Lord Shiva to give them anything. We don't want anything from you. Please allow us to show love on you. We want to serve you. We want to show our love to you. That was the only thing they were saying. Likewise, Kannappa's love can never be compared to the love of anybody in this world. That is why each and every Arulalar devotee would be wondering about the love shown by Kannappa. Kannappa transformed in a few seconds, not through days, not through months, not through years. As a matter of fact, we are transforming ourselves whenever we pay prayers to Lord Shiva, whenever we do prayers to Lord Shiva, or when we worship Him, or when we perform puja. Remember that we are transforming ourselves. If there is no transformation, there is no fruitile, there is no real benefit out of the puja that we are performing. Not merely the worldly things to achieve, the pujas are performed. The real idea or the real thing that was to be achieved out of puja is transformation of ourselves. We have to transform ourselves slowly, day by day, hour by hour, second by second. We have to transform ourselves. So if you don't understand why the puja is performed, then there is no meaning in doing a puja. Most of the people are doing puja for a demand. Most of the people are offering prayers for achieving something in their life. But you must know people who are offering prayers, who are performing pujas without asking for anything from Him. That love is known as kamyam, nishkamyam. See, if you show your love with a reason, if we show your love with a reason, if the reason is fulfilled, the love will be absent. You must understand. The children are showing love for their parents. They love their parents. Why? Because their requirements are fulfilled by their parents. Once it is fulfilled, once they stand on their own legs, the reason is removed, and it is a question whether they continue to show their love for their parents. Most of the time it is absent. Why it is absent? Because the love is based on a reason. Even if we show love for the Almighty for a reason, that may not be true enough. So, without showing any reason for your love, if you start showing love on Him, then that is meaningful and that slowly transforms you. The puja performed, the prayers offered without any demand. If you do them, then a transformation is going on, occurring on you. This transformation alone, the people, our gurus, our mentors are insisting. The mentors are insisting, show love to God without asking for anything. காமியத் அழுந்தி இளையாதே காலர்கை படிந்து மடியாதே ஓம் எழுத்தில் அன்பு மிக உரி ஓவியத்தில் அந்த மருள்வாயே. That's how Arniranath Swamigal song goes. See, kamyam means doing thing with a reason, with a purpose. Why are you doing puja? If you say a purpose, then it becomes a trade. Because you want to have something, and that is why you are showing love. Even in life, if you show love for somebody with a reason, then it is a trade. If the parents are expecting something from the child, or the child is expecting something from the parents, it's only a trade. If the parents don't expect anything from their children, see, God has awarded us with you. God has given us as gift to us. We will take care of you. We will bring you up without any expectations out of you. You grow well. You stand on your own legs. Be useful to the society. Likewise, if the parents are bringing up their children, then one day or other they would not be put in a fix. Because most of the parents are expecting something from their children, and when the children don't turn out to be the expected, don't turn out to be for the expectations, then the parents are disappointed. They are being put in a fix. They go on complaining about their children. Don't complain about the children. If they are wrong, they have been brought up wrongly. If they are good, they have been brought up good. Very good. You must understand. So, make the children understand that don't do anything with a purpose. Don't show love. Show love to the pets. Show love to all living beings. Show love to each and everybody. Likewise, if you just bring up your children, the children will understand the name of love. Unless otherwise the parents teach the children the meaning of love, they will never show the love to the parents in the future. So make them understand love. Make them understand the meaning of love. Meaning of love. So the idea of being loving, or the idea of being kind is to make their life peaceful. Most of the people don't teach their children the meaning of love. The parents are insisting for the children to get good records on progress report. That's all they expect. And they also compare their children with other children, and they say he has got 80, why you got 78, why you got 76. Try to score more than him. Likewise, they are giving these advices. But they never teach them be kind, show love to all living beings, understand the meaning of love, be kind to your kith and kin. Likewise, you must bring up the children. So this is a small scale. See, as far as our Kannappa is concerned, if you just consider his life background, nobody can imagine that he would have blossomed to such a level in a short period. So how it is accounted for? So as a matter of fact, the researchers, they say that due to his penance in the last births, it accumulated in this birth. It was carried over. That is why he was quick enough to understand Lord Shiva. Nobody taught him anything. You must understand. Nobody taught him anything about Lord Shiva. Nobody taught him about the love shown to Lord Shiva. He was unaware of a temple. He was unaware of a prayer. He was unaware of a puja. He was unaware of a dedication. Nothing he was aware. But all the people worship him. They all fell on his feet. Oh, Mr. Kannappa, oh, dear Kannappan, why don't you give a portion of your love to us? How did you show your love to Lord Shiva? You just teach us. You just grace us. Immeasurable and incomparable love Tinnanar showed on Lord Shiva. It was a unique state. It cannot be compared with any other state of love. It cannot be compared with any other history of devotee. It's unique. So the unique thing is being worshipped and adorned by all the devotees of mentors of Shaivam. Kannappan oppathor anbinmai kandabin ennappan ennopil ennayum aandu kondu வண்ண பணித்தன்னை வா என்ற வான் கருணை சொன்ன பொன்னீற்றிற்கு சென்றுதாய் கோத்தும்பி. மாணிக்க வாசகர் just weeps and cries, oh my Lord, I don't have love as Kannappa showed on you. I don't have love like him. Will you just leave me behind, abandon me? Because of the love shown by me is not at all reaching the level of Kannappa. Nobody can show the love of Kannappa. If you take the Kannappan love as measure, then nobody will pass the test. You must be merciful enough. So Kannappan showed love means it is not up to the scale. It is not up to the level. It is different. It is unique. One should know the history of Kannappan. How Kannappan showed his love. He didn't care about his kith and kin. He didn't care about his parents. He didn't care about his life. He didn't care about his hunger, thirst. Nothing he cared about. None came in the way of showing his love to Lord Kudumittevar. So, the unique love shown by Kannappa should be remembered whenever we boast ourselves that I am very much in love with Lord Shiva. Then I must remember my love. Will it be compared to love of Kannappa? How can I claim that I am having love towards Lord Shiva? I am a poor dog. I don't have such a level of love to be shown. I did lot of sins. I did the prayers only on my demands. Whenever I want a demand, whenever I want a thing, I go before Lord and offer the prayers. Not like a Kannappa. So it was a pleasure. It was a great pleasure to think about Kannappa's love. Kannappa's history is nothing but Kannappa's love for Kudumittevar. Love, again love, again love. Love and love and love. Earnest love. Immeasurable love. Undoubtedly flawless love. If you just take our love, there will be flaws in our love. Kannappa's love, flawless love. Such a nice love he showed on Lord Shiva. That is why he was successful in 6 days. Tinnanar was not at all aware that a place was available by the side of Lord Shiva to be adorned by him. He didn't know that. He only knew that to show love for Lord Shiva. He fed Lord Shiva till last moment. He fed Lord Shiva. You understand? So, the history of Tinnanar or the history of Kannappa, as a matter of fact, it washes our thoughts, our heart, our soul. As a matter of fact, the soul gets purified on hearing the history of our Kannappa. Our soul gets purified when we understand the the love of Kannappa shown to Kudumittevar. He showered his love on Kudumittevar. He never bothered about the way of doing puja or the real virtues. He didn't understand. He, as a matter of fact, didn't want to know all those things. As a matter of fact, when he performed the puja, Lord Shiva told that this was the puja I enjoyed of all the other pujas. He claimed. You just think of it. All the sanctity maintained by Shivacharyas, they were very careful in plucking flowers, doing the bath, everything they are taking care and doing without apacharam. They are doing all upacharam without apacharam. But when it is compared with the puja performed by Shivacharya, all the puja performed by Kannappa is apacharam, fully apacharam. But Lord Shiva claimed apacharam stands first. Others go behind. Why? Why? Because he tasted the love of Kannappa. He tasted the love of Kannappa's soul. But we cannot dream, we cannot even dream of showing a love like Kannappa. We cannot even dream of it. Something not practical in day-to-day life can be dreamt at least. But here it cannot even be dreamt. Kannappa's love is so much that people are wondering how your soul can show such a type of love. That we are going to see now on seeing the details of his history. The story goes like this. Pottapi Nadu. It was situated in Tondai Nadu. Pottapi Nadu. It was a hilly place. As a matter of fact, nowadays it is not Pottapi, it is Kalahasti. The Pottapi Nadu was situated near the present Kalahasti. Of course, everybody knows Kalahasti, a very famous Shiva temple nowadays, and people are devotees are swarming the temple every day. Hundreds and thousands of devotees are going and worshipping Lord Shiva. Udupur was a part of that country. Udupur was a part of that country. It was a hill. It was a hilly and wooden country. Wooded country means everywhere there is a forest. Nowadays it has been, as a matter of fact, converted into small villages. As a matter of fact, with many waterfalls, streams valleying down streaming down through the valleys. The richness of the land could be judged from the tall fences made out of ivory. Ivory is such a costly thing. The fences were made out of ivory means you just think of the wealth of the forest. The forest land was inhabited by all kinds of animals, pigs, tigers, elephants, and everything. The people who inhabited the place called Kundravar community. In Tamil they are called a Veduvar community. Their way of life is known as very rough. So Devachakradar says that always there will be shoutings from them, kill, slap. Likewise, they will be shouting like this, run, catch them, kill them. Likewise, they will be shouting things. As a matter of fact, they have an angry look. They have never a soft look. They have an angry look because of their way of life, a very rough and tough life. Because they have to deal most of the time with the animals. So their way of talking their way of behavior will always be rough and tough, isn't it? Rough and tough. See, the people living in the forest, they often go for hunting, killing deers, small animals, and eating them. And there is a small, they are cultivating some small seeds in the fields also. For the Kundravar community, there was a chieftain, the chieftain of the Kundravar community, and he was guarding his people and guiding them to live peacefully. He would be often going for hunting into the forest, killing the wild animals, so that the small animals are available for hunting by the people. Not only that, often the animals will come and destroy the fields the people are cultivating. So Nagan would be taking his team to the forest for hunting the animals and to drive them away into the deep forest. So likewise, he was having a beautiful wife known as Tattai. Both of them were leading very happy life, and the whole community was leading a very peaceful life, unless a small hindrance. The only worry Nagan had and his wife had, they didn't have any issue. So people were worried who would be the successor of Nagan. Because only if he had a son, the next chieftain would be decided to lead the people. So they were all worried why Nagan and his wife didn't have a child to succeed Nagan as chieftain. So Nagan decided to pray their god Lord Muruga. So they offered special prayers. The people in the country also offered special prayers. They also performed special pujas for all the gods, and they conducted festivals and sacrifices to Lord Muruga. At last, their prayers were answered. Tattai gave birth to a beautiful son. He was very weighty. That is why bulky and weighty even as a child. Then they named him as Thinnan. So thin means bulky and strong, and also very bulky. So he was named Thinnan. Thinmai means bulky and strong also. Not only bulky and strong. It was very heavy when somebody lifts Thinnan, they felt the weight. Why this child is weighing so much? People say. And nowadays, so many people are giving birth to children underweight, 2.5 kg, 3 kg, 2 kg, 4 kg. I think Thinnan would have weighed 9 to 10 kgs. That is why they, without any hesitation, they named him as Thinnan. You just think of the happiness they would have got, because after long years, Lord Muruga has accorded them this child. But there were good signs over the country, over the village. They didn't understand what the good omens dictate. They didn't understand. As a matter of fact, he is going to show the whole world the love for Lord Shiva. So, the good omens, the good signs, they were not able to understand, and everybody was very happy over his coming, and this male child was celebrated like anything. Special pujas again were conducted throughout the country, throughout Udupur. The whole village was also in a celebratory mood. As they were enjoying themselves, Nagan took the child on his broad shoulders, as if the mountain is shouldering the black clouds on its peak. Likewise, it was compared by Deva Chekadar. The people rejoiced and danced to the tunes of various trumpets and instruments. So, again and again there were more auspicious signs shown to the people. The people were ignorant of those signs. They were happy, that's all. And the child was adorned with so many the ornaments made out of jewels, made out of gold, silver, and everything. At the end of 1 year, he was growing slowly. At the end of 1 year, the child started toddling and then walking. He also started playing with other hunter children, and slowly he was also playing with the chicken and small animals. When the child reached the age of 5, he started playing with other hunter children using small bows and arrows. He started using them. Likewise, it went on, and he reached the age of, I should say that it's 12. So the 12 is the age of learning bow and arrow. So that archery should be taught to him. Years passed, Tinnan reached that age. So Nagan understood his son's requirement, and he arranged for the learning of the archery. He sent for the experts in hunting, and he asked them to teach his son the bravery and how to use the swords, how to kill the beasts, how to fight with the animals, and also how to use the bows and arrows. So the experts arrived and they agreed to teach Tinnan all the arts, all the martial arts. But it cannot be started suddenly. A festival was there. So the commencement of the training in archery and martial arts should be done in a grand manner. Tinnan started learning the art and became an expert, as a matter of fact. In 3 to 4 years, incomparably he became an expert in using the bows and arrows and the other tools like axes, swords, everything. He was martial arts. Even without this, he was able to fight with the other hunters, just to learn how to fight with the animals. So likewise, the learning process was going on, and Tinnanar was the expert in all martial arts, and was appreciated by all the teachers. Days were moving very fast now. One day, Nagan felt that he got very old. He got old. See, getting old means one should be able to go for hunting. See, unless otherwise he is a hunter, if he goes for hunting, if he prefers to be in the home, then he is considered to be old. If he is not old, he must be able to go for hunting in the forest, in the deep forest. As a matter of fact, people started complaining that so many animals are coming into the fields and disturbing and killing people. So they insisted Nagan to go for hunting into the wild, so that to drive the wild animals into deep forest and save them. Nagan understood that he could not get into the hunting this time. He felt that he may not be able to withstand the hunting stamina. He didn't have that stamina, he understood. So what he thought was, it was the right time to transfer the leadership to his son. So he decided, and he consulted with other people, some old and learned people in the village. He called them and consulted them. He told them his inability to go into the forest and do the hunting. But people are suffering. Because of his inability, people should not suffer. So he suggested that the Tinnan may be awarded with the leadership. He may inherit the leadership from him. Now Tinnanar has almost reached the age of 16. So it was the right age for him to assume the chieftain of the community. So people hesitated for a moment to lose Nagan, but at the same time they were expecting so many things from Tinnanar, so they agreed for the decision made by Nagan. So they called for Tinnanar. When Tinnanar appeared before his father, Tinnan told him, "Oh my son, you have grown up. It seems yesterday that you were a child on my lap. Today you are standing like a giant, like a mountain. I am very proud of you. But please understand that I have grown old. Like olden times, I am not able to go into the woods and hunt. People are complaining that wild animals are getting into the town and spoiling the fields. They want me to go into the woods for hunting, driving the wild animals into the deep forest. And also, they were not able to go for hunting, small hunting, because of the wild animals are there. So, it is time. I also consulted with your old people. Everybody agreed that we want to put you in the leadership after me. I am going to step down. You are going to take up the leadership, and now you have to go into the forest and do the first hunting so that people are saved. Now they are your people now. Now you are their chieftain. You must understand that it is your first duty to safeguard your people. Unless otherwise we go into the woods and do the hunting often, frequently, the people will not be able to live peacefully in this country. We have to drive the wild animals, always making a hunting. And also we hunt pigs, deers, so that they may be brought down to the town and people will be sharing the meat. So likewise the things are going. I order you, command you to take up the leadership from me. Tinnanar didn't expect this, but some or other he agreed. He told, "Oh my father, if it is your decision, I am here to obey this. I will never disobey you. Whatever orders you give, I will go by that. If you want me to take the leadership, I am ready to take the leadership under the guidance of you. You are going to be here. You are going to advise me. Not only you, other old people are also here. They will also guide me. So under the guidance of all of you, I will take the leadership." So kindly bless me. He was submitting to the parent. He was very much pleased. Nagan was very much pleased. Oh my son, what a loving day this day. You agreed. I thought that you may not agree, but you have agreed my word. It shows that love you are showing to me. I and your mother Tattai, both of them are very proud to have such a son like you. See, it is time you go for your first hunter. Kanni Vettai, it is called, first hunter. So many other youngsters are also ready for first hunter. And experienced hunters are also there. You take them all. You go as a team. Go to the forest. Just hunt the wild animals. Kill them. Drive them away into the forest. Don't allow to escape any animal. You kill them. Wounded animal will do more harm to us. So never leave any wounded animal. Kill them all. Bring them here. And you must establish the tradition of your family. Likewise, he was giving the advice, and Tinnan also agreed it, and the arrangements were started being made. Devarati, their family guru, she used to recite mantras. She is supposed to have magical powers. Devarati, she would be reciting mantras and would be doing so much magical things. She would be performing pujas for different gods, so that the gods will be pleased and make the tour in the forest a successful one. So she was called and she performed special pujas, and she did a lot of magic, and she did recite so many mantras to please the gods of forest. So the good old lady performed everything, and the hunting day came on. The early morning, Nagan and others were ready to give send off to our Tinnan. And Tinnan was making himself with a hunter's dress, and he was having sword and a bow and arrow, and other hunters were also dressed. They got dressed like hunters with so many tools. They were all ready to launch the first hunter in the forest. The Nagan was very happy, but at the same time, some or other he felt that my son is going. I am just parting him. Whether he would be coming back? No. All pujas have been performed. God will be on his side. Lord Muruga will take care of him. He would be successful in his first hunt and would be coming back. Tattai also had a last glimpse of Tinnan. They all praised Tinnan. They all praised him. You would be successful. You are going to bring fame and name for the community. They were all adorning him, and they were sending him off. Tinnan and others hunters, they marched into the hilly wooden country with their hunting tools. They were also taking with them the hunting dogs. They were barking like anything. The whole forest was stammered with the barking of the dog. It was echoed throughout the forest. So small animals, they fled into the forest, deep forest. They were running here and there. The hunters threw the nets over to catch the small animals, killing the wild animals. The hunting was going on, progressing. As a matter of fact, they were killing a lot of animals. Lot of things were running here and there. They didn't allow even a single thing to escape. And Tinnanar was also doing the hunting. The hunters were making lot of shouts and driving them. Not only their shouts, they were also having trumpets, drums, and the small double-sided drum udukai. They were making all sorts of sounds to make them awake, the animals. See, if they are hiding themselves, they would not be able to find. Some or other, they have to be driven away. They would be running here and there, and that would be the opportunity. Sometimes the dogs will go and catch. The dogs would go and catch some of the animals. So the hunting was going on very, very successfully. The team led by Tinnan was very successful in achieving. At last, by about midday, Tinnanar confronted a pig. Some or other he was attracted towards that pig. It was staring at Tinnan. Tinnan was staring at it. Immediately the pig started running as if calling Tinnan, "Try me, catch me if you can." Likewise it was running. Tinnan some or other got wild. "I will catch this pig and kill it." He was going after it. As a matter of fact, the looks and agility of the pig drew him to follow the pig. It was running like anything. He didn't expect it. It was a great exercise for Tinnan. It was running here and there. Systematically it was going through the woods. Tinnan also was running like anything without losing it. He didn't want to lose the pig. It was a dense forest, so it may get lost. So Tinnan also was running very fast, going through the forest. In this process, he left behind all his fellow hunters. He was left alone. However, two hunters, Nanan and Kardan, they were just following him. Our chieftain is running after a pig. We must also run after it because we should not lose him. The forest is new to our chieftain. They are experienced hunters, so they safeguard him. He is new to the forest. He may not be well versed with the roots and he may be lost in the woods. So the hunters, they were following very closely and they were also running. They were going behind it. How long it went on, nobody knows. I think it must have run for about 12 to 15 kilometers. Without losing it, he was chasing. Tinnan was chasing it. At certain point of time, it was lost. Tinnan got wild. Where should it have gone? He was searching here and there. And some or other he was able to understand that the pig must be hiding itself. It must be galloping. It must be gasping because of the run. So it must be taking rest. So it must be around here. He was making a thorough checkup and he spotted it. Immediately on spotting it, it also spotted him. Both of them are looking at each other. Immediately, Tinnan decided not to kill the pig with his bow and arrow. There is no way to escape. It cannot run here and there because it was cornered, as a matter of fact. So it was ready to fight. Tinnan was also ready to fight with it. Why should we use a bow and arrow? Let us give a chance for the pig to fight and win over us. If I am more powerful than the pig, let me kill it. Otherwise, let it escape. And he wanted to give the chance for the pig. So he threw away the bow and arrow and he approached it with his dagger, and he dashed towards the pig, and he embraced it, and both of them were rolling on the ground. Some or other, the pig was trying to get away from him, but he didn't lose his tightness. At last he took the dagger and he killed the pig with the dagger. It fell on the ground, and he stood with victorious look. I have killed it. Victorious look, and then only he looked around. Nobody was there, and he was wondering where I am. He was wondering, and at that time these two people appeared. Nayanar and Kadan appeared from nowhere. Oh, where were you? He was asking. No, we were following you. Only near here we lost you. Some or other we found you because of the roaring of this pig. We decided that you have killed it. Only on death the pig will give a roar like this. So we found that you must have killed the pig. We approached this place. Thinan, you have done a wonderful thing. You followed it and killed it. Most of the people would have abandoned, but you didn't lose it. Very nice thing you have done. Then they decided, where were we actually? Thinan asked. We are away from our place, very, very long distance. About 15 to 20 kilometers, not a mile. We are away. See, no kilometers are there, just to make the people to understand I am using kilometers. So, we are away from our hometown. Now it will take long time to reach that. But before that, Thinan, you must be feeling hungry and thirsty. Yes, I am feeling hungry, but more than that, I am feeling thirsty. I am feeling very thirsty. Where can I get water? Nayanar and Kadan, both of them told, one thing we can do. There is one river going nearby. It is called Ponmugali river. If you go over there, plenty of water is there. We can quench our thirst. But till that time, let Kadan cook the pig, because we are also hungry. Let us quench our thirst and let us come back and take the pig for our meat, for our meals. Take the pig meat for our meals. Thinan was not at all worried about the meat and pig, also all those things. He was worried only about the thirst. He first wanted water. I am feeling very thirsty. Some or other I want water. Show me the river. Both of them, Nayanar, as a matter of fact, told Kadan, you cook this pig. We will go quench our thirst, and I will also bring some water in some leaves. Don't worry. We will go and quench our thirst. Likewise, they said, and they left the place. Nayanar was leading, and the Thinan was following him. Both of them were walking, and the walking was also not very rigorous, very swift. Because of the tiredness, he was walking very slowly, and on the way he was asking Nayanar, how long we have come? Will it take some more time to reach? By the dawn, shall we, when the sun sets, shall we reach our hometown? All these questions he were asking, and both of them were moving towards the river. At one point of time, Nayanar told him, hey, I cannot move further. My legs are aching like anything. I cannot move even a step. You are saying the river is nearby, but you have taken me almost to 2 kilometers now. Really tell me whether there is any river or not. No, I cannot lie to my captain. It is nearby. See, because of your aching, since you are very tired, the distance seems to be very long. As a matter of fact, it is very nearby. Make long strides. We will go to the river. You can quench your thirst. No, my throats are dry. I am young, longing for water like anything. So some or other show me the river. He was going behind him. At one point of time, when they were going through woods, they were hearing the sounds. What is the sound? Tinnan was asking. Oh, my chieftain, this is the sound of river. The water is flowing. Can you hear it? Oh, very pleasant. Even the hearing of running river quenches my thirst to a certain level. It's very nice. Oh, now only I get confidence that we can go to the river. Okay, now I will be able to move fast. He was making long strides. Suddenly appeared a mountain. Then Tinnanar was asking, what is that mountain? He was asking. Then Tinnan was told by Nanan, oh, that mountain is called Kalahasti. Kalati. Oh, Kalati. Kalati mountain. People are there? No people are there. No people are there living there. Okay. Immediately, without asking, Nanan uttered a word. That is why Nanan is called a good deed. Because of the last birth's good deeds, the virtues, it came into existence this time. So, the Nanan, unasked, he was answering. He didn't ask anything about the temple or anything about that. Whether people were living there, he only asked. No people are living there, that's the answer he gave. That alone is enough. But Nanan went to the extent of answering without asking another beautiful answer. If you go over there, you can see Kudumi Tevar, he uttered. On hearing the word, a transformation came into Tinnan. What was it? What happened? Let us see in our next episode, in our next class. With this, I am just concluding this episode and uttering of 5-lettered mantra. This session is being concluded. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Tiruchitrambalam. I am the editor of Jnanathiral. It is a monthly magazine in Tamil. People are requested to register for it, subscribe for it. So many good things are appearing in Jnanathiral. You cannot find these things in any other book. Special things are coming. You please subscribe to this magazine, and also you please visit our site, Facebook and our website. There are so many informations for you. You can just follow on. With this, I am just concluding, and we will meet in our next session. This is the right time to sanction or to chant or to think about the Lord's mercy, to think about Him in English also. It is because of the sponsorship of our couple, Qatar couple, Saravanan and Mrs. Saravanan. Both of them were very keen, they are very keen that this should be made in English, so that people not well versed with the Tamil, they would be able to understand our 63 Nayanmars. So they wanted me to tell Periya Puranam in English. We are trying our level best to give this in a form. We cannot compare this with the Devachakala's Tamil version. We are just trying to give whatever possible, and I have to thank the Qatar couple, and I pray Lord Muruga to bestow His best blessings on this couple. With this, I am just concluding. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.